Hey guys, it's Willow and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a 3-marker challenge, which if you don't know is where you pick 3 colours randomly and then you have to create a drawing using only those 3 colours. So I'm not going to exactly be following the rules, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 colours from the pastel set so that I have 2 light colours to work with, and then 1 from the saturated set, just because that way I won't have a bunch of bright colours together. I'll still be able to have a bit of contrast. And then I'm also going to be taking 1 at random from the skin set as well, because I want my character to be human and not have like green skin or something, but I won't be really using that colour as one of my colours, I'll just be using it for the skin and stuff. Okay, so I think it's time to get to picking. My eyes were closed and I don't know why it looks like I'm going so crazy, it didn't feel like it, but yeah, this was all random and I picked out this colour, which is a nice warm grey colour, and I don't look at them until I picked all 3 out. So yeah, I just went straight in for the next one and I got this colour, I think it's mauve, so it's basically like a light purple colour. I still hadn't looked at them, I just took the next set and picked my 3rd and last colour, which was pastel rose, which is like this dark pink, well not dark, like bright pink colour. And now I'm going to pick a skin colour randomly as well, and I end up choosing this colour called pale mauve. So yeah, that's all my colours picked out. Now I look at them and I think they go together really well. And I definitely wasn't expecting a colour scheme like this. I was kind of thinking it was going to be more random, but I'm not complaining. I mean, this is going to work really well, hopefully. So now I'm just looking what the colours actually look like on the swatches, because it doesn't always exactly match the caps. The pink is the darkest colour out of the ones I picked, obviously, and it's quite bright and saturated, so I think it'll be fun to work with. And then the purple is more light. And finally I have this grey, I don't remember what it was called, but it's just the one that's in the corner over there, which is good, a nice neutral colour to work with. And also they're all warm colours. Okay, so the plan from here is to use one of the pages to plan what I'm going to draw, brainstorm my ideas, what first comes to my head. And then I'm going to be using the second page to make a nice finished drawing. So here I'm just quickly swatching the colours so I can see what they actually look like. Again, a nice range of dark colours and light colours, and I'm also writing this quick title just so that I know what I was doing when I come back and look at my sketchbook. Now I'm going to just put down the first ideas that come to my mind when seeing these colours. So I wrote down fruits, flowers, what does that say? Artsy, because I don't know, I thought they were artsy colours. Yeah, so like fruits, like reminds me of strawberries and grapes. Flowers, yeah, pink, purple flowers. And I also wrote like headdress, is that what it's called? I don't know, like the flower thing around your head. And then for artsy I wrote apron, and then like paint splashed on the apron, something like that. And then I decided to really quickly just colour in this basic girl, just so I could get an idea of what designs I could potentially do. I was definitely thinking of like a dress for this because the colours kind of gave me feminine, flowy, flowery vibes. And yeah, those were my initial thoughts, and now I'm going to zoom in a bit further and try and decide what I actually want to do for my drawing. Now, I know it's a 3-marker challenge, but I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit here and bringing in some lighter colours of each of my colours, and I think it's technically still kind of 3 colours because, you know, they're the same colour, just a little bit lighter. But yeah, sorry about that if you're like a hardcore 3-marker challenge person, but this way I can get a lot more depth with my drawings because there's a limit for how much shading you can get if you've just got one colour. Next I went onto Pinterest because I didn't really know what to do after my first little drawing, and I just searched up flowery dress, I think, and I had to do a bit of scrolling, but this came up and I really like it. It looks like it's kind of got petals flowing off it, like the fabric's really nice. I love the gradient. The colour scheme always gave me like bridesmaids, flower girl vibes, so yeah, that dress kind of matched what I was going for. And that's also why I drew this bouquet of flowers. It was kind of abstract at first, and then I added some line art later on. Sorry about this late video, it was supposed to come out last week, but there were some technical difficulties, so I had to try and shorten the footage of me filming, and it basically took like more than an hour trying to like get all the editing stuff to work, and that was like not even including editing time, just like sending the videos to the right apps took me a long time, so that's why it's out late. So now I'm doing some line art with this black gel pen that I just found lying around, because one, I was lazy and I couldn't be bothered to get my fine liners, and two, it's just kind of more fun to write with gel pen, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I was just doing that, and ignore what just happened there. My light just turns off randomly for no reason. That's just something it does. It's always a bit of a jump scare, but I'm kind of used to it now. Here you can see more clearly the difference between the lighter colours I added and the original colours I picked out. I tried to get them as similar as I could in hue, but the purple's a bit more pinky, I would say, in the lighter colour. I was kind of ready to start my final illustration at this point, but I still had spare space on my planning page, and also like I didn't feel completely done. So I decided to sketch out a face and maybe plan what hairstyle I was going to do and what the face was going to look like. I went for this like flowy open hair instead of the short straight hairstyle I did in the first drawing, because this, I don't know, it felt a bit more free and loose to me, which kind of matched the vibe I was going for. Once again, I was totally improvising and doing the colours first because I liked how it turned out on my other two sketches, doing like only a tiny bit of line art where it's necessary to make out the shapes and kind of make it a bit more messy and scratchy. And because the hair was obviously uncoloured because it had a drawing around it, I realised that I actually really liked it white, so that's how I figured out I was going to keep it white for the final illustration. I gave her a little flower crown, and I put some pink above her eyes to make it look like she was wearing some eyeshadow maybe. And then I took this white paint pen that I had just around. It's my first Posca pen, and I added some white eyeliner kind of. I was kind of experimenting with that as well. So that's why I drew this separate eye to see if white eyelashes looked better or black. But I didn't really decide on what I was gonna do. I just thought I would wing it. Get it? Wing it. Yeah, so anyway, I added some labels using pencil so that it looked a bit more like I was doing some brainstorming or whatever. Everything I'm doing at this point is just for the aesthetics. Oh, apart from this, I was adding some wings because I was thinking it's kind of giving me fairy vibes. So yeah, I added them and I liked how they looked just in pencil, so I thought maybe I could incorporate that in the real thing, just do that bit in pencil to add some texture. And here is me giving you a little tour of what's going on in case you didn't get a close enough shot. I'm sure I had some really important things to say at this point, but obviously I've forgotten them all now. So yeah, just enjoy this lovely trying to get into focus. Yay, we're back, and now I've done all the line art in advance so that we can just get straight on with the colouring. And the line art went kind of wrong because I was using that scratchy gel pen that I was talking about earlier, and I kind of messed up on the face and in a few other areas because I was rushing it a bit. And also I think there's like some dogs fighting outside my house because they've literally been howling for like 10 minutes straight. It's kind of concerning. But anyway, I decided I was going to go with the design that I already planned out on the other page. I know I should have been like drawing something, then improving it and refining it, blah blah blah, but I just liked my first attempt, so I just went with it. Now I was having this little debate about whether I should do the last layer of flowers pink or do them purple, or maybe even mix them together because I'm indecisive. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. And when I did it, I was just kind of like meh with it, but now that I'm looking back at it, it kind of looks cool. And then I also had to try and colour the swing, but it was hard to make it look like stand out because I was using 3 colours obviously. Well, 3 colours. As you can tell, I'm not really taking this challenge too seriously, I guess. I'm kind of using this as a way to challenge myself by restricting my use of colours. But to be honest, I don't usually use that many colours either way because obviously I want to keep it to a colour scheme per drawing. So if I ever do this again, maybe I'll do it a bit more properly. So at this point, the drawing's starting to take its shape. The colouring was going quite well, quite smoothly, but I don't know, there's something about this drawing that's not quite doing it for me at this point. It's kind of lacking something, but I'm just gonna trust the process and keep going. And that's a really important tip for you guys. If you want to get better at your art, you've got to try and trust the process and keep going, and try not to quit halfway through every single drawing or piece you do. And now I'm doing a little design on the swing rope so that you can actually see that she's sitting on a swing, because right now it's not very clear. It kind of looks like candy canes. That's not the effect I was going for, but like it's fine because it's almost December, right? And I was gonna add other colours in between, but I thought I might as well just keep it white, and I don't think I even added any other shading for it. I just kind of left it like that. I know, right? So scandalous. Actually, no, I think I did add a bit of shading, but yeah. Also, I am aware of the fact that the anatomy of these wings are not very accurate, and I don't know, they just look a bit out of place to me, but it's fine, they're wings, no one really cares. And I kind of didn't do that thing where I was going to just do it in pencil. I don't know if I just forgot, or like the pen was just in my hand, so I kind of had to go along with it. And now I'm adding this fun background because I thought the drawing looked a bit boring without it. It kind of looks like a sunset, sky kind of vibe. That's what I was going for, just using the chisel end of my alcohol markers. And as you can tell, I do not know when to stop, so I just kept adding stuff. It's kind of because I wanted a darker background, because I imagined the scene to be like late in the afternoon rather than early in the morning. And when I was making this drawing, I actually didn't really like it, but now that I'm looking back at it on camera, I do like it. I am a fan. I don't know why I drew that little heart. I just thought there was some empty space and I might as well add it because it fit to the vibe. I was also using that lighter purple colour to add some shading everywhere. And now I go in with the white gel pen to add the white lashes. I don't remember if I regretted this or not. I probably did, but looking back now, it's not that bad. I just think on the whole the picture looks good, but when you just look close up into the face, which is what I was doing the whole time obviously, it doesn't look as good. I don't want to sound really negative, but at the time of drawing this I wasn't really liking it that much. But I think that just shows how even if you're not liking a drawing, you shouldn't like rip it up or anything, because maybe you'll come back later and actually realise that you were maybe just looking at it for a bit too long. And try not to set up too high expectations for yourself. Like, this was just a fun challenge, so there was no pressure on it to turn out really good. So I'm using my white Posca to add outlines to some bits. At first I was outlining the whole drawing, and then I realised that I kind of like how it looks when I just outline the skirts. That's what I did. And because I still wasn't a fan of the light background, I decided to bring in my watercolours, and I just used this pink colour in the background to make it look more complete, I guess. And that's not it. I don't think you're going to be expecting this, but I decided to bring in one more medium, and that's definitely just because it was lying on my desk next to me and it just like enchanted me and I just like couldn't resist. But basically I added some sparkles, some glitter everywhere, and it was definitely a pain getting off my desk, and it was definitely on me for like the next few days, but I think it was worth it because now the page really sparkles. And are you ready for it? Here's the final result in 3, 2, 1. It's cute, it's very pink, it's kind of giving Barbie, and yeah, sure, it's a bit chaotic if you look close up, but I think overall it has the magical vibes I was looking for. If you enjoyed this challenge and you'd like to see more challenges like this, please let me know in the comments. Bye!